What is up, and welcome back to the channel. We are your Colorado real estate family. We're going to be bringing you one of our favorite cities today. We're talking about Golden, Colorado.
All right, let's go. Alright, if you're new to our channel, Chelsea and Pete here, and if you're interested in moving to Colorado, Denver, any of the surrounding cities, we're the people you need to know, do yourself a favor, hit that subscribe button and notification down below. We put out 2 videos a week covering all the different cities.
Yeah, guys, we'd like to be as your boots on the ground experts, because if you're planning on moving into Colorado, listen, we give all the information that you need to know. We're talking about house prices, we're talking about activities, we're talking about great things to do with your kids, right? With that, licensed real estate agent, always helping you out with all your real estate needs. So if you're looking at buying a home, condo, townhouse, doesn't matter in the state of Colorado, give us a ring. I'm gonna put that phone number in right below right there. So give us a ring, and like I said, when you call that phone number, you're not gonna get anyone else. It's gonna be Chelsea.
Probably me.
So. All right, let's go and dive into this video right now. All right, so we're gonna be doing something a little bit different with this video. I'm not gonna lie, we've been showing you guys a ton of content. We've been showing you a ton of numbers, almost to the point where your eyes are probably glazing over a little bit. So this video is gonna be a lot more fun for you.
Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about this kind of hidden jewel. We have talked about this on a number of occasions, like Peter had said, but we kind of dove a little bit more into facts.
Yep.
Well, today we are so excited to bring you this city because we are actually down here enjoying it ourselves. It's somewhere that we go with our kids.
Well, it's nice out, because the last time we were here, I don't know if you checked our last video that we did Golden, but we were freezing our butts off.
It was snowing.
Chelsea was like dancing to try and keep warm.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that great. So
yes,
we can see the weather's starting to pick up. It's May. It's starting to get a little bit warmer.
Yes.
And so it's super amazing down here right now. Great weather.
Yeah, we want to show you a little bit about what Golden looks like. We haven't been able to cover it in its full, beautiful springtime weather. And so we're down here right now. We're actually in, the good thing about Golden, it has this really, really cute little downtown feel. It has, when you come in, and we'll show you, when you come in, it has like the big thing that says like, welcome to Golden, and everybody is like outdoorsy down here. There's like the cute little downtown shopping and restaurants. And I mean, as far as the downtown feel, this kind of mixes, wouldn't you say, like mountain and that like downtown like feel?
I'd say so, yeah, definitely. I think it's the best mountain city without being in the mountains, right?
Yes.
You have the mountains, if you can see right behind us there, there's literally right here.
Right here.
And so it has that mountain town feel without being like directly inside of the mountains. It's one of my favorite little downtowns just because of like the coziness of it. It hasn't grown too large yet, so like Fort Collins, we cover Fort Collins quite a bit. It's become pretty big, you know, the traffic is pretty crazy there now.
Yes.
There's a ton of people there. But this one hasn't quite hit that point yet. And I really don't know how large this downtown's going to grow in regard if we're comparing to all these other ones that are growing like massive.
Yeah, and the good thing too, okay, so one of the best things about Golden, Colorado is where it's located. So you are probably about 20-25 minutes away from downtown, just because it's just directly west pretty much of us.
Yeah.
And I mean, sorry, east. And then if you go west, you're right in the foothills. And so a lot of people who are going up to the mountains, so for our skiing, our snowboarding, all the things that we do in our beautiful Rocky Mountains, you could just go directly west and you could shoot right up to any of the ski resorts or anything like that. So
if you want to go gambling, I mean,
Yes.
Blackhawk is just right up the hill. So you just take Clear Creek Canyon, boom, hit up to Blackhawk. So yeah, for all you gamblers out there. Yeah.
We don't gamble. Actually, we do. We do $20 in Vegas.
Yeah. If we go to Vegas, I've never been to Blackhawk, but if we go to Vegas, we like give each other $20, just so we could say, yeah, we've been there, we've done that. You know, we've gambled in Vegas.
Peter spends his in 5 seconds, and I'm over there playing video poker for like 2 hours. So
I will say a big recommendation is we like to play like a lot of dice games at home. If you could buy like the used dice from out of Vegas, best dice ever. You like roll them and they don't make a sound
They don't
on the
make
table.
sounds.
Yeah,
They
so
don't
they're pretty
dent
awesome.
the table. Okay, anyways, we got off topic, but so like I said about Golden, we wanted to bring you a little bit about some of the things that we love to do down here. Even just talking with a bunch of the people that are walking by, a lot of people are visiting because this is starting to make the maps when people are talking about Colorado. People are like, okay, well, where do we need to go when we come to Colorado? Golden is now hitting that radar, and we are seeing a lot of people coming in and visiting, really just getting to know this downtown.
Well, just standing here, we talked with people from California. We just saw some people pull up from New York, and so it's like there's all kinds of people visiting Golden, probably checking out the scene, seeing what's happening, and that's why Golden is becoming as popular as it has been these last few years.
Yeah, and we've even talked about all these other cities, and why do you need to buy now? Well, we are starting to see more people than ever visiting some of these really cute, downtown type settings where you can get. So let's talk about housing for a second. You can get that like older Victorian style house. You can get the house that's like custom built, like kind of in the foothills. You can get, if you go a little bit further outside, you start getting the suburbs. So you really do, no matter what you're looking for, within, gosh, I don't know, like a 10-mile radius. Really.
Yeah, I'd say all literally within 15 minutes of each other. Like if you're downtown Golden right now, all the newer portion of Golden is just south, probably 10-15 minutes, depending on traffic, obviously. But even if you like just go above the college right here, you got the School of Mines. There's some nice brand new houses, custom built up on there as well too. And the newer houses all kind of have your views, right? Those great views that everyone wants, being on top of the mountain, looking out over the Denver metro. So it's amazing, really kind of having those new houses. Also, if you want kind of the more characteristic style, older style, like Victorian Tudor style houses, those are kind of what's surrounding this downtown area right here.
And what we're seeing, which is what we tell our clients all the time, anytime you start seeing things getting torn down, or we start seeing flips or pop tops or things like that, we know that they're preparing for growth. And so one of the reasons we wanted to cover this cute city and not just shove numbers down your throat, but show you how cute it really is because we do suspect that it's going to be growing in popularity. We have said in some of our other videos that it is reaching some prices closer to Boulder, which is insane. This was not a Boulder like growing up. This was not a mini Boulder. It doesn't feel like Boulder. It's very much so its own characteristics. But people are starting to see the prices increase because it's so desirable and it's not so big.
Well, in this street right here, if you can kind of see the street behind us, I'm sure you could hear it with all the cars driving by. But it's all the different events and stuff that they hold here. They have like Buffalo Bill Days. Well, in our last video, we talked about how they have Golden Days or something like that with the Golden Retriever. So they have all these awesome parades and events that they do on this main street right here. And so if you want to be super involved in a community where they are always having those festivities happening, this is one of the best cities to do it in. And they do it with so much flair as well too. It's not something they just half-assed, right? They're like, let's just try and do this and kind of see what happens. They go all out, balls in all the time. It's amazing.
Yeah, they're known for their events. The other thing too is we are right on Clear Creek. And so Clear Creek is a huge reason a lot of people like, so you get the mountains, you're close to the city, and you got a creek that flows almost right through town. And so as you're coming into Golden, you go over the creek, but that creek is like, they're doing tubing, they're swimming, they're kayaking, rafting, but not like, big white water, at least down in this area.
Well, I will say that like recently they've really kind of restricted a little bit because when the runoff is really coming off the mountains, like in the late springtime, it gets going, and we did have a few drownings and all that stuff. So now they kind of restrict it where if it is flowing too fast or if they think it's too dangerous, they'll rope it off. But I mean, we used to always hold an event down here, and we just, the stuff that you shouldn't be doing in your early 20s, right? Where you're like going and buying floaties at Walmart and then decide to go down Clear Creek when it's rushing like crazy. Probably shouldn't have been doing that. It might have been a little bit dangerous, but now they're a lot more conscious of, hey, guess what? It's a little dangerous to kind of keep people out of Clear Creek. But when it's not, it's so vibrant down there. You got people walking, biking, just doing everything all around there, swimming.
It's so active.
It's amazing,
And it's a culture. Like they have a culture. We talk about this a lot. We talk about, Fort Collins and what does it feel like. We've talked about Boulder. What does it feel like? This is another one of those cute towns that has its own culture and feel, and they pride themselves in that. And they don't, it's just, I don't know, it's like that little Westerner, how do you describe that?
It's like yeah, I know what you're trying to say. It's like just that mountain town, but it's not mountain town.
It's almost like pretending to be mountain town. So here's my advice. If you're coming from a state that doesn't have a lot of snow, but you really want to feel like you're in the mountains, this might be the perfect place for you because it does feel like that. And you are literally at the foothills. Golden extends up into the mountains, or at least the foothills of our mountains. And so you get everything that you need.
Yeah, that's true. Very true. All right, cool. Now let's kind of dive into our favorite parts. We're going to separate each other. We haven't even talked about this yet. What's your favorite thing about Golden?
I think my favorite thing is like packing a lunch with the kids and like going and sitting along the river and just like being by the water and with the people and in the sun and just being able to, you could post up anywhere you want. It's not like it's so busy that there's not plenty of places that you can go. So like we took the kids down here. It was actually, was it fall though? It was a little chillier because we had hats on. We'll post a picture. But and we just came down and we just sat by the water and like hung out with the kids. And I don't know, there's something about just like being outside, not having to pay for anything, not having to reserve anything or plan ahead, but just come down and enjoy nature at the river.
Yeah, so I'm gonna throw two at you. So the first one's being obviously Clear Creek, just because, oh man, I when I was in high school, kind of, we'd always come up here, go swimming, do the rafting thing, but then also the lifestyle that's along the whole Clear Creek. They have these great statues, and so we have some cool statues with pictures with our kids next to them. So it's amazing to just walk that, and you just see so much, like I said, just people just doing stuff. In the summertime, you have softball games happening in the fields that are right over there as well too. Then also Woody's. So we have this place in Colorado, Woody's, and they tried branching out to a few locations, where they had multiple locations, and it didn't quite work elsewhere, but this is where it was established here, Woody's Wood-Fired Pizza. Amazing pizza. I love going there and doing the buffet thing. We've done it a few times, and it's just, I don't know, I can't beat it.
It has a really nice, if you're like, I'm a glutard, and so I try to stay away from some gluten. But then I married an Italian, so I don't know. But anyways, if you are somebody who can't do the pizza thing, they still have like a very delicious salad bar.
Yep.
So like, but it's just the environment's kind of dark and woodsy, and it kind of really just, it's the perfect place for Woody's Pizza.
I agree.
Like it matches this town 100%. And when we come down here, we feel like we can't come to Golden. Like Golden would be mad at us if we didn't go to Woody's. Like it's just part of it.
Yeah, I agree. Very cool, guys. Well, I mean, this is a great video. I think what we're going to do is we're going to maybe walk around a little bit, get some video of us going all around the downtown. And then until next time, we love ya. Bye.